Hey, Harley, come back. Come back and do it. Let me do it really loud. There you go. Have that.
No.
She's so hungover. Should we just cancel this?
Yeah. Ah! No. Oh.
What did you drink last night?
So my mum, in her wisdom, and it was brilliant. So she said, "Do you know what? Why don't we just catch the buzz into buzz?
Catch the what?
The buzz. Catch the
What
buzz.
the fuck is a buzz?
A buzz like a pug. It's
Pug.
a buzz like a pug. Catch the buzz into town."
You caused a bit of a stir, actually. And people
Everyone
say, stop
keeps saying-
interrupting. Yeah, stop interrupting that poor girl.
That poor girl. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What's a dog? It's a pug.
Pag. It's not pag. How's
not
it
a-
spelled? It's spelled P-U-G. Pug.
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 Spell pub.
P-U-B. Pub.
Pub.
Buzz.
Spell pup.
P-U-P. Pub.
No, pup as in pup. P-O-O-P. Poop.
Pope.
Poop. Poop.
So my mum said,
Let's
why-
get a pug.
"Why don't we get the buzz into town?"
Fucking buzz. What's a fucking buzz? Let's take the pug and get on the buzz.
So we took the buzz into town. You spat in my drink, man. Oh God.
Come on, give us the rest of the
And
gory
so
details.
we went.
What's this?
And we went, "What are you doing now?"
I'm wiping my mouth.
Oh God. So we went to Weatherspoons and we said,
Of course you did.
"Well, shut up. Right, I want to talk about these. Right, and you know they've released like a new."
Did you go to the food bank first? It goes with Weatherspoons,
I'm
doesn't it?
sorry. The working class snob on my left here.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
you-
believe in food banks.
Well,
food
stop being a
food
snob.
banks just get drug dealers allowed to keep their money. Don't have to buy food. We'll go and give them the food. They go and get more drugs. Low-life fucking ponces on the universal credit scrounging fucking low-life leg dragging.
Oh, I'm
misfit,
glad you've remembered where
web-fingered-
you came from. But it's.
We never dragged our leg there. You're thinking of Dartford.
But this bloke, Tim, what's his name? What's I've forgotten his name.
Who?
Is it Tim Martin?
Who's he?
He's the Weatherspoon's boss. Deserves his knighthood more than anybody. That
Why?
place, right? He employs thousands of people. He
You
allows.
should get a chef out the thousands. Get someone who can cook.
No, but a round for 3 people was £11.30, right? With a large glass of wine, a cider, and a pint of San Miguel. It's that for a glass of wine anywhere else.
You don't think there's an
No,
alcoholic
not-
problem? So where do you drive of a morning? You drive past somewhere and you see all these blokes of a certain age and look, all sitting there having their pints at 10:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning, outside Witherspoons with their roll-ups and their tattoos spelt
But
wrong.
come on, as a business, right? So he employs thousands of people.
Yeah.
He allows people to go out and socialise and drink and eat when in a cost of living crisis that people couldn't afford. He restores old buildings that would have gone to
hang on a
rack and
minute.
ruin. What I'm saying is he deserves his knighthood. And people like you are snobs. Because, and do you know what? There's nothing, it was a lovely place. We had fun. Anyway, then my friend texted me and said, so we were out. Me,
In
Mum and Dad-
Weymouth?
In Weymouth,
Of
yeah.
Wetherspoons in Weymouth.
There's 2.
You know. No. What's it called? The Bibby Stockholm pub. Yeah, the asylum seekers
They've got
welcome.
more money than us. And then my friend texted and said, "Oh, we're out in Weymouth." And it was her and her husband and her mum and stepdad and our friend. Do you fancy joining us? And so we did. And I said, "Oh, we'll only have a couple." Oh, God. And then by 11 o'clock, we were dancing.
Okay, just tell me,
So I
what
feel
wine
terrible.
can you get in Witherspoons?
You
that's
can get
drinkable?
Pinot Grigio on tap. You can. It's brilliant. Tash, isn't he a snob? Yeah. And it's really nice. You know, some wine tastes like battery acid.
Yeah.
You go, it wasn't. It was lovely.
Ask Tash if she's ever been in a Witherspoons.
Have you
in
been
the
in the
last 6
Weatherspoons,
months.
Tash? Oh, are you a snob too?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surrounded by bloody... Well, you shouldn't look down on it. I'm sorry. And
I don't look down on it. I think he's a nice bloke, first of all. And Wetherspoons is all right. It's not a pub I would go in. I don't like going in.
Why though?
Because it's too working class. I'm not working class
Well,
anymore. I've got the OBE and I vote Conservative and I've got loads of ties in my wardrobe. Is that right?
Has he got an OBE? You've never mentioned it.
Don't you know I've got an OBE?
Have you?
No, I am an OBE. You don't get one, you become one. So anyone can accuse now and get yourself in the papers. The papers, I mean, you're a journalist. They're so longing for news. They think, what can we print that won't get us nicked?
And I think this is what's really scary about this hate thing in Scotland. It's so easy to make an accusation.
Just tell everybody what the hate thing in Scotland is.
Okay, so they're bringing this on April the 1st. And basically, if you're offended by anything, you report it to the police and the police will investigate. And even if it's then put down as we were talking about the other day, the most ridiculous thing, a non-crime hate incident. So it's recorded against you. And what they've actually said now as well, even though you may not have committed a crime, because of course, I'm pretty sure 95% of these accusations won't ever be recorded as a crime, but they can keep them on record and give them to potential employers. So you could have your career stopped before it's, somebody could not employ you because you might have said something that offended someone. What world are we living in? This is not an adult. Where are the adults in the room here? It's absolutely bonkers.
And what are our two friends doing, Andrew Doyle and the other guy?
Yeah, so they're doing this comedy show on that day, the day that it comes in. And basically it's a bit of a stick your fingers up to this.
So they're
law.
Basically race baiting sort of thing.
It's not race baiting.
They're joke baiting. They're going to go on stage and say jokes about everyone in the world and say, come and arrest me if you want.
Well, I think they'll just do what they normally do, which is, as comedians, is make fun of the world, right? There's nobody off limits, and there shouldn't be. Because if you said, oh, that demographic's off limits, right? And then somebody else would go, well, why aren't we off limits then? Oh, and why aren't we? And, and someone's
Well,
got
that's how it
epilepsy,
works. I'm banned from loads of theatres because the council will say, oh, no, we don't want him. Or the theatre bosses,
Yeah,
oh,
I
no, we
know.
don't want that. Some secretary in London and say, didn't like what he said about diversity, kneeling on that poor man, Keith Floyd, who was knelt on.
Yeah, George, who has become some sort of martyr, even though he was, let's face it.
So we can't have any jokes about that. We can't mention it at all.
But you know that yourself more than anyone, to be honest, that people ban you or dislike you. They don't even know what they think you've said. They've got a perception of you, and they go, oh, he's racist, or he's this, or he's this, or he's that, and he said this. Well, no, he didn't. And you see it all the time now with J.K. Rowling about the trans thing. And people go, well, she's transphobic and she hates trans people and da da. And you watch people then go, tell me what she said that's transphobic. You tell me what she said. And they all go, well, I don't know really, but she is, because they think she is. And they've heard she is, and they've got this impression. No one can actually give you a thing that she's ever said, because the fact is, she hasn't ever said anything transphobic. And there's a teacher that's been sacked and can never work in the profession again.
Why?
Because he refused to use a child's pronouns, right? So this girl wanted to be a boy, right? And insisted.
But she can't be a boy, so that's the end of that bollocks.
No, well, that's exactly how we,
What's she got to do? Just grow a cock?
Just grow a cock. But this teacher said, no, I'm not bowing down to this sort of compelled speech thing. He's lost his job and he can't ever work as a teacher again, right? This kid was sort of baiting
And did the girl become a boy?
Oh,
Was the juice
but the
worth
thing is,
the squeeze?
she said child will grow out of this fad at some stage anyway, won't it? Let kids be kids, let them grow up and let them... But we shouldn't, as far as I'm concerned, we shouldn't be indulging narcissism.
I've grown up in the wrong
really do, but at what stage do you stop? At what stage do you say, no, we're giving kids the power. So this teacher's been sacked. That's his career, his profession. He can never work as a teacher again because he didn't indulge some kid's delusion. where do we end with that? Because if a kid comes in and says, "Well, I'm a cat,"
Well, it's
or
all
"I'm
woke
this,"
bullshit.
it is, Jim.
Well,
And I think we've gone
it's
mad.
teachers and students. It's the left. Wokery comes from the left. Anyway, shut up. I've got something interesting here.
Go on.
How to cook the perfect roast lamb. Rest it for an hour after cooking.
An hour.
Yeah.
I don't eat lamb.
It was a lot of people don't. Girls don't
I
like
think-
lamb. You won't eat. Well,
I just think
you
it-
don't
I-
eat lamb. Leo, are you a lamb man? Lamb. I could eat a lamb when it's alive. When it's just been born, I could put it on a barbecue.
I think that's the one, probably the one animal I'll look at, like meat and picture the animal and go, oh, I can't.
What?
Apart from when I'm drunk and have a kebab.
What's it? What animals?